Now Donnie Jones and a run it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40 return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The play clock's running down. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. Pushes him over. That burst good for 20 and a first down. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
12 more yards there and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Time running out here on the play clock. First down, this is Rawls. And he's got room. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
It's caught outright by Graham. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 28. First down, Wilson to his big target, Graham. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. From the shotgun, Wilson forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And it's up and good. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning past him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters losing the all-world left tackle? And Halapur Vitae, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This is Ajayi, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Charles, earlier we talked a lot about Russell Wilson, what a great job he did last year in 2017 as Seattle's offense is working their way back onto the field. But they're probably going to need to find a running game to alleviate some of that pressure on Wilson, right?
Yeah, you think? I mean, my goodness, when you take a look at what Russell Wilson did, he more than doubled the rushing yardage of Mike Davis, who finished second. And Mike Davis didn't begin the year on Seattle's roster. They went through a number of runners.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback.
Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Wilson to give to Rawls. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? The first down marker was, and making sure they didn't get there.
They run with a power back. Rawls. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here's Ajayi. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On second down, here's Wentz. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catch.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson, 77 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Bannon coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended there.
And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Here's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw again. It's caught. Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because
space.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Here's Wentz to throw. And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now
as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 19.
So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
We went all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half. Are they going to measure revenge there? Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. Evades the tackler and now some space. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 33. They give him a gain of 38. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. Room here to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Wilson on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas rolls as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, you know, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They run with Ajayi. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile. A final shot before half for Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he's flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing is Wilson. Now he's forced out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, Wilson steps away to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
They'll try to run with Rawls. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play clock winding down. On second down, Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on third and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. Third quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you're making a 2-score game.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much, right?
No.
But I think the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third.
The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now a toss. This is Rawls. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The play clock's running down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Time running out here on the play clock. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Graham displaying the strength, and he finds Jimmy Graham. It's a pickup of 19, and it's good enough for a Seattle first.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd down following the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll run. This is Lacey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 and it breaks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now Wilson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Their busy afternoon continues for Rawls. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he comes through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Without a doubt. The way this one's gone, they didn't want to take any chances in overtime if they could help it. And that was one heck of a pressure-filled kick.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it. And
we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.